Joy, I'd like to offer you a job. I'd like to offer all of you a job, really. Listen, I have some things that I want to do here, and I really need it to be on the down low so people don't know that I'm still alive. So I would like you to take sort of the heat for this. But listen, I know people are going to be after you. I don't want you to get killed. I'm willing to give you money and resources, and I'll be behind the scenes. I'll know where they're looking, who they're sending, and I'll always have you be someplace else. Because if you guys get killed, then the attention turns away from the manhunt, and then it's going to go to what I'm trying to do in the background. So don't worry about that. It is in my best interest to keep you alive. I'd love to take you on right now, Joy. I will triple your salary. You know, what my daughter was giving you.
Well, I appreciate the offer. Can I consult with my crewmates here for 1 second?
Well, I'm not sure how long it's going to take for guards to be alerted and get here. I've tried to jam his various different life monitors and things like that, but eventually they're going to figure out that it's kind of on a loop. So you don't have long. If anyone's thinking of attacking, remember there's a force field in front of me. Don't want you to get hurt. I want you to be in good health when you're on the run.
Several of us have telekinesis powers.
Yes, I do.
With 10 words.
I can answer in 1. No. Ash would answer in 2. Beep, no.
You rather run from Lilith than...
I mean, she stole... Oh, I'm trying to think from Ash's brain, not Buddy's brain. Right? Okay. She tried to fly Vicky, so that's a no. And she tried to leave us stranded and struggling and fly Vicky, so...
But we don't know that, do we?
I don't know, boss man, do we? We do know that? Yeah, no, so that's a no for Ash.
Okay.
She doesn't like her or trust her. But I do want to stay with my friends and do what you guys think is best. But she doesn't like it. She's not happy.
Well, I'll say you know it. I'm not, because maybe Vicky would have told you. No, Vicky was offline, so Vicky went offline. So you know she went offline.
Because it was just Zen, and Zen only knew what her mother was up to.
Yes.
Like, we didn't know that she was trying to abandon us, like, cut us and run.
We didn't know she took over the ship, though.
My thing is, I wholeheartedly believe her when she says she doesn't want us to die right now. Keyword being right now. Like, does what she's planning later on involve us being dead? Are we going to end up taking the fall for even bigger and more horrible crimes that will follow us off the planet? Because yeah, if we take the fall for this crime, it's only a crime on this planet. So if we leave, it's fine.
Okay, so if everyone is close enough to me in range, I can send a message that I think we need to go along with this now.
Okay.
So Goblina is surprisingly calm for having just witnessed this murder, and she kind of gets this distant look in her eyes, and she goes, money? How much money are we talking about? Like, is it a lot of money? No. Life is on the line. I must, and she like catches herself, and I'm gonna, Gary, I need to do a medicine check. Goblina wants to look at Mr. Zeizer's corpse and see if he is dead or dying.
Well, there's a shield.
I know, but she might headbutt it.
Okay.
She might headbutt it.
Oh, nat 20. That's a good way to start.
There would be time to save him, but there's not much.
Okay, she's got an oath to fulfill. She'll obviously hit the force field, but she's going to very comedically going, come my goddess, let us save lives. Boom.
Cue the birdie swirling.
Runs at the shield, hits the shield, bounces off. So you bounce off the shield, and you stumble back. So you're going to have to make a reflex check to stay on your feet, and also a fortitude save, because the force field isn't just like running into a wall. It actually absorbs the kinetic energy and then...
Right, she might hurt herself.
So it's like you ran into the force field at 4 times the speed.
Okay. I rolled 19 for my reflex save and a 13 for my fortitude save.
You manage to stay on your feet and stay conscious, but you're really, wait, what are we doing here? Just for a second, you're really trying to reorient yourself because you're like, I'm in some weird castle. How did I get here?
No, she kind of after hitting, she kind of goes back and she's got this large green bruise on her forehead, and she goes, "Oh, I think I'm receiving a vision."
Is this force field made magically or by an electrical device?
Both.
Well, that's rude.
Ready when you are, Raoul.
Okay, I'm gonna try it anyway. So as an action, I can cause a short in an electrical device. It makes it non-functional for a round. The owner of the device can attempt the reflex save to negate it. And that would be the save of...
It's made into the hall itself.
Ow.
So it's not a person to make a reflex save.
So,
But out of character, I do agree we should take the deal.
do you want me to roll something different?
I don't think it would work in this case because it's designed to withstand a heavy assault. So, maybe if you got lucky, like if you rolled a nat 20, I might say something shorted out or whatnot, but...
You might as well try, right?
But
right?
other than that, it's not going to happen. You have a massive generator powering this thing. It's not...
No, that makes sense. That
It's not
totally
on
makes
somebody's
sense.
watch.
I just, I didn't know if it was like a little device. Yeah, that's a 5. I did nothing. I sat there and tried and I played on my little thing and nothing's happening.
So Lilith goes, I know you're trying to think of the plans on how to get out of this and how to stop me or whatever. Just so you know, I've planted evidence and I set this up so you naturally look like the people who did this. So if I just leave and you guys don't agree to it, they're going to hunt you anyways, but you won't have my protection. Did you say any of that out loud? Or was that all telekinetic, what you just said?
What I said was
Her 10-word thing was the only...
was telekinetic.
Yeah.
Them trying to save Lord
Zizer.
Zizer was out loud. I would then say, Lilith, where we've considered the options in your offer, and we would like to work with you.
Excellent.
Can we add some conditions to the offer? We just want to make sure that you are not planning to later kill us. We would like to keep our lives.
Listen, I have a really long kill list, and I'm never going to get through it in my lifetime. So, trust me, you're not on it. And, as far as that goes, I have many things I need to do. And if you guys don't try to kill me, I won't try to kill you. That's all good. And I know this is not what you want. You're probably thinking how you can get out from under my thumb or screw me over at some point in the future. But we'll cross that assassination when we come to it.
Thank you, Lilith.
Goblina is looking really sad, and she just says, "I failed. It's my first month as a paladin, and already I'm implicated in Drow murders. How are people ever going to see goblins in a better light if I'm the example?" She takes out her little bird. "I'm sorry, goddess. I failed you."
I have one more stipulation. I will agree to this. But you don't fly my ship.
Listen, I never got a chance to fly your ship in the first place.
But you tried, and that was too much for me. And Ash is gonna roll an intimidation check.
Actually, I never did.
You never tried to fly my ship?
Wasn't my intent. My intent was always to get somebody mad enough that they would take my life. And then they could do lie detector tests on you. And you'd all say what I tried to do and why you took my life. I had the nanites not repair my damage. They were waiting for the medic who was working with me to activate them at the right time. All they were designed was to keep my brain from dying and keep my body from decaying. That's all it was designed to do. Very low power mode until at the right moment. I just wanted you to kill me. Now, having it actually be my daughter, wow. I was in I was impressed with her being able to pull that one off. That was wonderful. I didn't think she had it in her. She would have really made an incredible assistant. It's too bad.
Yes, you're a great villain. Please just don't fly my ship. Please.
I know you're attached to Vicky. I would like to buy the ship sometime. That technology that's on it's pretty spectacular. But I won't try to take it. I'll purchase it from you, and you can move Vicky to a different ship. I'll get you a nicer, better one. You can have a copy of the technology to redo it on another ship. I don't care. I just want to, even if you don't give me the ship, let me study it so I can duplicate it.
I'll think about it.
We'll talk later. I have an empire to unravel.
Goblina's going to send a telepathic message to you because she has that ability too. She's going to say, is she always this obsessed about who flies the ship?
And you'll just see Joy kind of do a nod because she doesn't want to use her telepathic. She's limited on her telepathy. So she just...
She takes out a little notebook. Don't touch controls.
So
The one time you're quiet.
Tybar, being pragmatic, is just gonna look at her and be like, "Okay, well, where's our credits?"
Easy enough. And so she pulls out a little tablet. And so you've all agreed to this, right? Because otherwise you've made an enemy of me. I'll just walk away now if you guys don't agree. And you guys take your chances on clear your
Lilith,
name.
we understand the terms, and we know that Drow keep their contracts. As long as we get our credits and the evidence is destroyed that ties us to this.
Eventually, I need you to be on the run for a while. I probably need a year at the most. I'm going to try to get it quicker than that. I'm a very, anxious person, so I'll try to wrap this up. I'm not going to try to, keep you on the leash too long, but it potentially could go that way, depending upon how clever some of these people are.
We'll give you 8 months. There's a reason you wanted to hire me.
I know. I'm regretting it now. And so she goes into the tablet. Let me see. And yep. And he never changed his password, like I thought. And
The password is probably password.
there you go. I marked all your debts as paid. And then now for your payment. Okay. Why don't we make it 4,300? It's kind of like a little bit of just a little bonus here for you. Make it 4,300. From his account. And yeah, excellent. Now you're going to have to leave here soon. These guards are loyal to me, but I need you to sort of stay around for a few minutes. Because I don't want it to make it look like this whole exchange happened too quickly. I have to go and do something, then I'll come back or whatever. But you had that meeting or whatever with my replacement. You can go chit-chat it up with her, and after that, just take off, and then I'll have the guards set the alarm. We have some video to reset and a few things like that, but, it's all being worked on right now, so don't worry about that. She rolls through the force field, because apparently things can go out, but they can't go in. Okay, those are communication devices. They work on a frequency that nobody's going to be able to pick up. But so you can still have them off and shielded or whatever. But when you need to contact me, I'd recommend contact on a regular basis so I can get in touch with you in case there's new information, people you have to avoid and stuff like that, areas, to not go into.
Is this gonna explode in my head?
Oh no, you don't put it in your head. It's in your hand, but it's not going to explode in your hand.
It's not gonna explode and kill me.
No. I haven't designed it to do that. So don't worry about it. Like I said, you guys are not on my kill list. You are not important enough.
Can we also throw in some upgrades to our fabulous ship to help us get away faster?
We can talk about that. You're not going to be able to get them here. If you go back to the original shipyard where you purchased the Invictus, I'll have credits set up there for some upgrades, and they're already a no-tell under any circumstances kind of place. So that'll all work out, and they're not going to be looking for you there right away. I'm going to have you, according to the information I'm planning, you're going to the Absalom station next. So whatever you do, just don't go to the Absalom station. Don't go near there, and they'll be hunting around there with a fine-tooth comb for a long time looking for you. All right. And then Vicky gets on the comm with you guys. I've been monitoring the situation, mistress. There are weird energy readings coming from Lilith. It took me a while to analyze them because she's behind a force field, and the readings weren't active when she was on the ship. I believe it is possible for me to jam those signals. I'm not sure what effect this will have, but the signals I think are coming from within inside her body, some sort of maybe an implant.
Okay, yeah. Can you investigate that stealthily?
I can jam the signal for a while, or I could not. As far as investigate it, while she's behind the force field, I cannot get a clear scan.
Jam it. See what happens.
Yeah, I want to see what the puppet does when its strings are cut.
Vicky gets on the comms. Jamming in 3, 2, 1. Lilith goes. So you'll find I may fare... And she bends down, goes to her knees, and she comes up and she looks at Xandarian, and she goes, oh God. Oh no. Joy. Who did this? How did I get in the Great Hall? Oh God, my husband. Oh, my little girl. Oh no. And then Vicky gets on and she goes, Ashra, that was not the reaction that I was expecting. I thought perhaps the device was for seizures or a pacemaker of some sort, something to regulate some function, and perhaps she'd be incapacitated. She seems to be... Hold on, I'm doing research. I will get back to you.
Okay.
Tybar wants to do something here. He's going to go up and he's going to slap her across the face.
Yeah, there's a force field.
She walked through the force field with that.
Nope.
Oh, she did?
I'm gonna slap the force field.
Oh, okay.
Please slap the force field.
I thought she rolled. I thought she went through. Anyways, he's gonna go up to her and not slap her across the face because she's not on the other side. But look at her. Lilith, look at me. Look at me.
So she looks up.
Look at me. You killed your daughter. You killed your ex-husband. We don't know why, and now you're framing us.
Check your device, Lilith.
What?
And Lilith, I need you to look at me. We made a plan together. And in order for this to work, we need you to be cold.
So she's looking, she goes, I'm gonna lower the force field. Joy, I want you to kill me. I don't deserve to live. I killed everyone that I cared for. I don't know why. I need you to kill me.
As your newly hired personal assistant, I can't do that. I'm going to help you get through this because something's not right.
Did she lower the force field?
She did lower the force field. And Vicky gets on. I won't be able to jam the signal for much longer. It seems to be resetting itself.
I'm going to quickly grab her arms and hold her arms behind her. Does anybody have rope or any manacles or anything? Well, I only have a short time. I don't know how long she can keep. I'm not going to try and take things off. I'm going to try to keep her arms pinned.
Okay, you pin her. We'll pull the stuff off her.
Yeah, that's what we would start doing.
Because it's grapple, right?
And I'm gonna ask Vicky. Vicky, where is this implant at in her body?
Vicky gets back on. I have very loose theories as to what's going on. I believe the device in her head, which is located where the emotional centers of the brain process the various different emotions, they seem to be very active on her, and this device was planted, I believe, to try to suppress them. The device has been since altered to accept an outside program that's changed its function. It seems to be acting as some sort of a control or a remote control device. It's linking her to someone else or a group of someone else's. It seems to be multiple minds in there, some sort of almost a cooperative or a collective.
You know what? I bet she had that Lyman's disease thing, and then they used the device to keep it under control, and then someone hijacked the device and is using it to control her. That's my theory.
So Vicky gets on. So yes, I believe she is suffering from Lyman's disease. The Drow look down on it. They don't try to cure people. They've never tried. They try to hide all information about it. It's only considered rumor. And when people start talking about it, they disappear. The people who allegedly had it disappear. Stories are always made up upon their death or early retirement or something else. But I believe she had that. I'm going through various videotapes on how the father acted towards her and some of the correspondence. I don't think he framed her and sent her away. I think he was trying to save her. I think someone found out about this. This implant has been there for a while. I bet it was implanted years ago. Someone found out about it. He made up some story because if she's disgraced, well, Drow betray each other all the time and have to go on the run. But they would hunt her relentlessly. All resources would go towards killing her if she had that disease. It'd be much better if she betrayed them rather than had this disease.
I think we might want to have Vicky scan any other Drow we come in contact with for this same implant and jam it and see if they have the same type of reaction. Because if they have the same type of reaction, they probably also have the disease. But who is controlling them? That's what we gotta figure out.
Solve the problem we're in right now.
Well, if Vicky unjams it, won't she just...
The force field's down, and Tybar has her grappled, right?
Yeah, with my athletics, I'm at like 31.
Goblina's going to try and take any weapons or anything that she might have on her, so that when she loses control of herself again, she can't immediately start blowing us all up.
So you ever see those movies where some guy's asked to take out his weapons and then he's there for like 10 minutes putting stuff on the table? So you're like, oh, boot dagger. Oh, the heel comes off and makes this spike. Oh, the shoe becomes a gun. Oh, the belt becomes a sword. Oh, this is like a ninja star necklace. Earrings, grenades, and you just keep, and you're like, holy, and you got this like pile in front of you of just, you're like, lipstick taser.
Ash wants the earring grenade. She's gonna roll stealth to see if she can steal it. That's an 11. That's bad.
Well, the other people see you take it, but this crying person doesn't seem to fight you.
Sweet.
While I
Fine.
have her arms chained, strung behind her back, I'm gonna just kind of lean over. Lilith, what's the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember? My husband kept saying it's going to be okay. He was going to stay with me. He was going to take care of this. It was going to be okay. We were going to some sort of do a medical procedure. And now Darian's dead. Oh God, we went through so much trouble to protect her too. It would have been a hard world if we didn't do what we did. It would have been I'm sorry, mistress. I've lost control. The device is reset. And then, so she have the arms behind the back, and she goes, Well, the deal still stands. Now, maybe I am not the person with the face I'm wearing, but listen, everything I said is true. I still need you to be the fall guys for this. I still have things to do. You're not on my list of people I need to kill.
And we're still the fall guys either way.
Still the fall guys either way. So, yeah, maybe I'm behind the scenes and this is my marionette. I hope you enjoyed the show. Tybar, you're really strong. Perhaps you should let me go.
I don't like the way she laughed.
I would just do it. Don't fight that.
Tybar is being trying to be intimidated, and this is a feat of strength, and he's gonna just lean over. Make me.
No, why? Wait, is all her gear still on the ground?
I only have super awesome healing once a day. I didn't want to have to use it now.
You have her like this, right? And so what she does is you have hands. Either she reaches up and grabs your hands, or she presses and stabs into your stomach, and you feel cut out from her fingertips. You feel needles press into your flesh, some sort of a mechanism that was inside her fingers itself. So
Not fingernails again.
kind of like kind of like Wolverine's claws, the stuff that comes out from the fingertips. And now make a Constitution check, and you have to roll above a 16. So you have to get a 17 or above.
An 18.
Okay, you got an 18. I said you had to roll above a 16. So you start not feeling well, but you're able to shrug it off, and you're starting to sweat a little bit. And she goes, you can fight that for a while, but you start to get more and more sick unless I tell you what antidote and where to get it. And you seem like a nice guy, Tybar, and
So,
man, Ashra's gonna miss you.
T-Bone, please don't be yourself right now. Please
Tybar
use your
is
brain.
pissed now.
Oh no.
Right now, your liver is shutting down, and I would say if you don't get the antidote in the next probably 30 minutes, your liver will be unrepairable. Okay, now, yes, they can put in a synthetic liver and things like that if you can get to the hospital in time, but then it's going to continue to your lymphatic system, and maybe like you got another hour and a half tops for that. But that if they can figure it out in time and give you something to counteract it, you might just be paralyzed for the rest of your life, but you'd survive.
Tybar, you need your liver to drink.
Wait,
I
no,
haven't
wait,
done
no.
this.
Yes, I raised my hand. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm going to use Detect Affliction, but I'm going to use it as the mysticism side, so it'll tell me whether or not it's got magic laced into it or not, or if it's just a normal poison that's slowly killing Tybar.
Do you hear that? Slowly killing. No liver. Can't drink. Think about it, Tybar.
That is exactly 25. Huzzah!
It is actually both.
Okay, so
A lot of the Drow technology, you're going to find out it's ancient magic. A lot of it they don't even understand. They basically found it on the planet of apostate, and then mixed with technology. It's kind of like Thor's world, where what you'd say science and then you'd have magic. Well, we consider them one and the same.
well, now I get to know what it is and how to, what it is. What is it?
Okay, it is. It's an engineered virus. It's both magical, it's biological, and has a mechanical component to it, like a nanite component that's going through, and what it's telling the cells is basically to explode. So each cell is going to puff itself up and explode. So all the liver cells, one after another, are going to break the membrane that holds it together, and their fluids will leak out inside, kind of like an exploding water balloon. Now, you could have thousands of that happen, millions of cells, because you have trillions and trillions of them. But after you reach a certain number,
So Tybar is going to say an expletive at her, and then I'm going to unleash my lightning breath on her.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, no. That was only to figure out what it was. I don't know how to cure it.
That I know. This is what Tybar would do. Just so he'll say an expletive and to her. So there'll be a nice little beep, and then he's gonna tell her, "You think I just throw up my own vomit?" And then he's gonna shoot lightning on her.
I still
And
don't know
it's
how to
9
fix
damage,
you.
9 lightning damage.
Are you stupid?
I don't know how
that a
to
question
fix
for time?
you.
I mean, we do what our characters would do, but
Hold on, Aaron kept raising his hand. I was wondering if Goblina was doing something.
She wants to. Goblina sees you beginning to steal from the pile, and she and like a little bit of drool goes down the corner of her mouth. She's like, "Oh, we're stealing loot," and then she sees that he's hurt, and she's like, "No! I've got to protect my team." So she's going to run over and she's going to cast mystic cure to try and cure him of the magical nanite disease that he has been afflicted with. Oh, so she comes up. The falcon lands, or cherry lands on her shoulder, like, "Oh, goddess, please heal this man from his affliction. He apparently fingernails seem to be some sort of kryptonite to him. Please fortify his weakness against the nails."
Oh, so maybe?
I rolled 10.
So maybe.
That would be a no.
Oh.
You were too drawn in by all the good.
She gets an automatic riposte for any attack that happens to her, or she gets a couple of them. She's going to slam her head backwards into you. She's going to do 4 points of damage from doing that. Basically, use her athletics. She's going to try to judo flip you over her. She gets a 22 flip you over.
That would be a 32 on my part.
She doesn't manage to do that, and you find out that she's a lot stronger than she should be for her size. Anybody who's involved, roll for initiative.
Yes, I'm involved.
You're an idiot sometimes. Oh.
Tybar,
18.
18. Asher.
4.
Okay.
I'm very motivated. That was a nat 1.
Nick.
12.
Joy.
25.
Ooh.
And Chanterelle.
Me, 16, because I finally have a +1 to my initiative.
Yay!
Huzzah!
Yes, huzzah!
Jolly well done, old chap.
She is going to attack you. She gets to... Oh, okay. So you get nothing. She really tries to headbutt you and reaches her foot like this and tries to get you in the groin. And then she actually does this kick where she kicks her leg up and tries backwards behind you to kick her head. But you manage to be like...
Doing the Macarena.
That tutorial I gave you earlier about how to fight women comes in handy, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah. You guys didn't see that before it started. We had a whole tutorial on how women fight. It was very educational. And I looked right at the camera while I did it.
I know. I have a very mad Vesk on my hands and a puppet. This wasn't covered in
Basic
PA class. Yeah.
Phil, I don't think they covered this in basic training.
I'm gonna have to pass. I don't know how to diffuse the situation right now.
Okay, that's fine. Tybar.
All right. Do I have to do anything at the beginning of my turn since she's got this poison in me now?
Yes, on your turn, so you make another fortitude save.
Okay. That is 27.
Okay, you're still able to shrug off any effects without any penalties or anything like that, at least for now. She says to you, "So you know, Tybar, you're killing an innocent." And she says it with a little bit of a tone to her voice, a mocking tone.
Really quickly, since that was the electric damage, does that do anything?
Is the implant?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
That's a thought.
come on, guys. I'm not completely stupid.
Only mostly stupid.
I was rolling to see if it did affect, and I rolled fairly high. Vicky gets on. Tybar, I believe your attack had an effect. I think I can shut off the implant, at least momentarily again, with a pulse. I can make it reset itself.
Okay. Then I'm going to shout at Joy. Was that over everybody's comm, or is it just my comm?
It's over everyone's comm.
Okay. And then I'm going to shout at Joy. Okay, Joy, get ready. I'm going to keep a hold of her, and I'm just going to grab down tighter onto her, and just keep my grapple on her. You want me to do a grapple check again?
No, because she's not going to have a chance before her turn to break free. I'm going to have that happen on Ashra's turn.
And most likely vomit a little bit, so that'll be my turn.
Chanterelle, are we skipping?
I don't know, because I don't know what because I was gonna I had something to do until we figured out that the electric worked, and then I was like, well, I don't have anything to electrify her with, and so then I was
Skipping?
Yeah.
Goblina.
So she's not out yet, right?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to use diplomacy. And Goblina's gonna run up to her and say, all right, we take your deal. Tell us how to cure our friend, and we'll let you go. 18 plus 2, so a dirty 20.
Do you give me your word on your goddess's life?
Goblina goes, yes.
Well then, just let me go, Tybar, and the cure is yours and our deal stands.
I'm not letting go.
Cure first, then he lets go.
I'm not letting go yet.
Okay.
It's not my turn anyway, so I can let go of that one.
Gotta wait. Hasn't been 6 seconds yet.
All right, are you moving or?
No, wait. So can I counter propose, or is there not enough time for that?
Yes, you can counter propose if you want.
Okay, so Goblina's counter proposal is you know that a paladin's word is binding. Drows, not always so. Sorry to play the race card. I know I'm a goblin, but you need to give us the cure first before we let him go. So that time she rolls a 9.
All right, I will have one of my servants start heading this way with the cure. You go to your meeting and talk to that other drow. There'll be a knock at the door. You'll get the antidote. You'll drink it. It's going to be a little bit of a rough night, but you'll get through.
See, so Goblina turns to Tybar and she says, I'm sorry, but I can't lose a friend today. You've got to let her go. It's the only way.
Offer to make him a bunch of that goblin whatever juice.
He's just gonna start sweating profusely. You see some toenails come down. It's not my turn yet, so we gotta keep going.
But you can at least say whether or not you accept the deal.
He's thinking about it.
Oh my! It's gonna take him a minute.
You think about it. So now it's going to go Ashra, and Vicky goes 3, 2, 1, and there's a bit of a pulse, and you even see the lights flicker. Whatever Vicky did felt a little bit more thoroughly, and then all of a sudden you feel the woman go slack, and she looks back up. She goes, "How long was I gone?"
Not even 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
It's been a minute.
Do you know anything about the person who's controlling you? Do you know how we can turn this device off?
I don't, but I think I can help you guys. Not in this situation, but I reviewed the tapes on my device. Listen, if you can just let me have my equipment for a second, you can keep guns on me or whatever. I can help you.
Do you want us to try and take the device out of your head?
Can we?
I don't think you can.
We don't have medical people right now.
It's going to involve surgery and time, and I seem to have moments in between. Listen, you have to let me go just for a few minutes. I'm telling you, I won't be able to help you.
Let her go at that point.
And so she goes over to the body of her husband, or she puts it on Xandarian, excuse me. So she puts the device on Xandarian, and you see these little ants start coming out of Xandarian, and she puts one on her, these little nanite type things. They just look like, it almost looks like little tiny metal shavings at first that are just sort of, that are moving. But eventually it goes into a little jar, and she gets this little control. So these little nanites are coming out of herself. And she goes, this will make it so I won't be able to heal like I was before or as strong. But what you need to do, and she hands it to you, Ashra. She goes over and she's, Ashra, use this to try to repair your dad. I think it's going to be his only hope.
You're welcome.
Now it's trying to something's trying to reestablish itself. I don't want to hurt you guys. I never wanted to be your enemies.
Yeah, I'll hide it in my arm.
Goblina's going to take her hand, and she's going to do divine grace to give her peace and be like, don't worry, the gods forgive you. They know your heart is true.
In that moment, somehow connected with her. So you feel it was your goddess, perhaps. It's the most clear vision you ever saw. You saw this woman trying to take these various different drugs to suppress her emotions, always afraid of her people finding out, and the fear, the terror, the sickness that these medicines caused, and she just wanted to be herself. And the pain of the procedure and this chip in the head that made her feel like she was a walking corpse and dead. There may not be emotions, but there was a constant migraine that came with it. She was continuously in pain. You just felt the struggle, and then you sense other minds, all linked towards some sort of a common purpose, a common goal. They're all working together in unison, and you almost sense the plan. you almost knew what it was. And then you felt a mind reach out, and you feel it in real life. You're grasping for your throat because you feel something reach around you and start choking you. Going, even though there's nothing there. You are not welcome here. You stay out of this. And all of a sudden, you feel like you get shoved back, and you're into the real world.
Goblina hits the ground, and she's just got like tears coming down her face, and she goes, "It's not your fault. You couldn't control how you were born." And then she like puts her hand in her face in her hands and starts crying.
Really quick, Gary, if I could, since I let her go, I'm going to fall down on my knees and like hold on to my gut like I'm doubled over and be pretending like this poison is doing more damage than what I'm feeling before she loses control again.
She goes, "Oh, Tybar, the poison, it's..." And she staggers over to one of the soldiers and says something, and he looks at it a little bit funny, like, "You're supposed to obey me, right?" He then hands her the item. She goes, "Tybar, take this," and she goes to hand it to you. Then she just, "That's getting tiring. I suggest you don't do that again.
I don't think we're doing it, man. It's just happening.
I think your ship out there, if you do that again, I'm going to have my people destroy your ship.
I didn't do anything."
They're connected to me, and from orbit now you can have Vicky scan, and there's a warship with its weapons trained upon Vicky.
I'm gonna roll a bluff. I really honestly have no idea what's going on. I'm just here. Oh, does that count?
Only if it was a good roll.
21! 21? I really don't know. I mean, I'm part electrical too, and I've got issues. No judgment, man.
That's very meta that you bluffed your bluff roll.
Well, it like fell into my arm, and I'm like tried to catch it, but I had no idea what it was.
It's fine.
I'm just a klutz.
Listen, everyone, I'm gonna get going. So I'll be in touch. You have those comms that I gave you, and so she's leaving. And like I said, I'd go to your meeting, but then after that, you really have to go. There's going to be an awful lot of upset around here. People running around, angry.
I'm gonna be like, "What about the antidote?"
Well,
That's right. We let you go. I kept my word. I kept my word. And Sherry goes,
listen, the other me had already had the guard give you the antidote that I was going to have delivered to that room anyways. You can cure yourself. It's in your hand.
So I didn't know she actually gave it to me before she fell out.
She did.
Okay.
"Oh, okay. I thought you were just bluffing."
No, I did. I thought she, right as she was giving it to me, she spazzed out again.
Oh, okay.
Did she go get her cool shoes back on and all her other stuff?
No, she's walking out barefoot.
Hey, have a good day. Ash is just sidestepping towards her
I'm
stuff.
gonna look straight at Ash and don't take it. And I'm just going to. Is it like a needle or is it something I drink?
It's a little vial of liquid.
Drink it.
Goblina sees Asher looking at the things, and she goes, "Stealing is wrong."
You are wrong.
I'm wrong?
Yeah, guys.
I must repent. And she like falls down to her knees and starts praying in goblin language.
With that, Tybar's gonna stand up and grab Goblina, throw her over his shoulder, and start walking out.
Yamete!
Is she gone? She left her shoes?
She left, and I told you no, don't grab it.
Guys, they're my size. It's tempting.
Things explode from her.
Yeah, I know. It's tempting, though.
The guards remove the bodies that are in that room, and good thing, because you have other guards that obviously are not part of this little group come along, and they tell you Lady Valeria would like to have an audience with you now.
Before the guards get there, can we calm Vicky and have them? Vicky, will you check the brains of the other guards, please, for chips?
Currently, I'm not detecting any other signals, at least from this house.
Like in this room or from this whole house?
As far as I can tell, the house, there could be areas that are shielded. Unfortunately, the scanning that I can do is limited from the distance and through the various different materials and structures that are between me and you. I am unable to become airborne in order to do a more thorough search because 1, I'll be shot out of the air, and 2, you would deactivate me.
Okay, well, just keep an eye on it, and if you notice anything, let me know. Keep scanning.
Understood.
Thank you.
You get that request, and then the people have you go and meet with a lady.
So are the guards like with an earshot of us as we're walking this way?
They're with you, yes.
As we're walking, Goblina is. Oh, I mean, you throw over your shoulder. So as you got her over her shoulder, she's praying. She's like, Goddess, forgive me for being implicated in a murder and threatening my teammate. And I'm wrong for some reason. Please forgive me for being wrong. I'm not sure exactly, but she would never lie to me because she's my friend. And I'm really sorry that I thought about taking that stuff. That was bad. That was bad, Goblina.
She's gonna go full Dobby.
Tybar hearing her say that, he's just gonna smack her on the butt. That's your punishment. Now shut up.
Oh no. Oh no.
She blushes brightly.
So Ash is gonna use her mind link circlet. Because she's walking next to Tybar and Goblina, and she's gonna use it to say, this is the goddess, and I want you to know that it's okay to steal from bad people sometimes. It's especially okay if your friend Ash steals stuff from bad people. It can be a way for you two to bond.
I can't believe you just did that. Wait a minute. What is your alignment?
For bad people, chaotic. It's okay to steal from bad people, right?
It is Buddy's go-to character trait all the time.
I love to take the... You know what? In real life, no. I'm just kidding. I did not commit any crimes.
She is one step away from becoming a kleptomaniac.
So I'm gonna roll to see if Goblina is fooled by those. We got 3. However, she has divine hardiness, which gives her resistance to this kind of stuff. I'm gonna say she is suspicious, but cannot confirm that that's not actually her goddess. Goblina responds telepathically by going, Goddess, what big ears you have. And she waits for a response.
Ash has never had people talk back to her in her head. She's surprised.
Yeah, I have telepathic message. It's one of my abilities.
Tybar's gonna get kind of closer to Joy and kind of lean down and kind of whisper, what are we gonna do?
Goddess, what big eyes you have. She waits for a response.
All the better to see you with, my dear.
Ha! I know you're not the goddess. That's not how she responds.
You're right. This is your.
That was a goblin limerick. She would never respond with filthy goblin limericks. She speaks with the holy voice of divinity. She would never sully herself with filthy goblin tongue. Goblina breaks out of the telepathy and gives you a very, very stern, rebuking look, almost Karen-like.
Oh no!
Not like violent, because that's not her way, but she's not happy that you did that to her.
Oh boy!
And you see a little -1 friendship appear in the air for a second.
It's bad enough that your bird already hates me.
All right, so Joy responds to Tybar's question.
That's actually important.
We're in the midst of the enemy. We gotta go along with this for now.
What do we do?
Let's talk to Valeria.
I'm gonna be, and Tybar will be like, I'm gonna let you talk your way through this one. I'm not gonna do it again.
Good call.
Yeah, you don't really talk very much.
He's a man of action.
Lady Valeria walks into the room. Thank you all for coming. Do you need any refreshments or anything like that?
Tybar sits Goblina down, pulls the can that she had, and just starts drinking. No, I'm good.
Goblina says, I could use maybe an analgesic cream, something for skin.
She motions to her people, and they get like a first aid kit from a cabinet, and actually come over and...
She excuses herself to apply it to her spanked bottom.
Tybar's just kind of sitting watching.
Listen, I just had to talk to you. Things are kind of tense here. My husband put an awful lot on the line for Zendarian to sort of jump ahead and take on a mission like this. And so he put a lot of his reputation on the line, and his namesake, his fortune, his everything. And we're kind of going to be in a bad state now that Zendarian is gone. You have to understand, he's, you might not have known this before, but Zendarian was actually born male. Whoa. Zendarian transitioned because our society believes men are of less value. In fact, that they do genetic screening if a Drow woman gets pregnant, and most of the time, if it's a male, they abort the child. It's a really female-dominated world. So he changed Xandarian to his daughter so she could have a chance, and his wife is in on it, and he's really a remarkable man. He's rooted in the old ways, but he knows there has to be change. We cut each other's throat. We try to backstab. We have very loose alliances that are only hold when people are looking. Our population is dwindling. This all females, no males. They're predicting we're going to have a population collapse. It's only a matter of time until our enemies decide to turn on us, because we're just pushing things too far. And yes, we have the weapons and the technology that has held them at bay, but there's plans coming up that it's going to be too much, and I want to save our people. So I've taken on a new path, and yes, I don't have the emotions like you do. This is out of self-interest for my people, but at least I'm logical enough to realize we have to have a little bit more of a code than this. So I'm going to ask you a favor. I have somebody. I absolutely need you to get this person someplace. I will pay you, handsomely for it. I will owe you a personal favor, and we can talk about what you want for that. But this person has to make that rendezvous. The fate of the Zeiser family, my life, the Drow in generals, and even all the other life that's in the Pact World system could be greatly affected if this person doesn't make it there. If you guys would agree to that, I would appreciate just safe passage. Keep the person on the down low, get the person there. I'd greatly appreciate it. And part of the payment, I recovered a tape from the bleeding edge armor. And Tybar, I think you need to see it.
Okay.
She puts this little memory module inside of something on her desk, and on the wall it projects. It's really garbled and fuzzy, and you can't make out what it is. And she says, what you're seeing, you'll be able to make out parts of it as it aligns. My technicians did the best they could, and eventually the message will probably become clearer. You can have Vicky work on this later on, but it can't be cleaned up anymore because it's out of sync in time. It's temporal distortion. Let me fast forward to a part. So as you can see in this part, you can see a Yosuke here. It seems to be inside the bleeding edge and seems to be desperately trying to talk to somebody. I think you know who this person is. And she fast forwards it a little bit more, and you hear, Dad! And then it fuzzes out again.
Tyrese?
And fast forward a little bit. I did it! The bleeding edge armor! And forward a little bit. It's the only hope to stop those creatures. But it's too late. Me and Vicky are making a final... I'm sorry, I couldn't save you. And it just, goes forward. You're Vicky. You don't have long. I cannot keep the temporal portal open for long. It is collapsing, and I'm taking, heavy damage. Listen, we're making world killers. We're going to unleash all of them. There's nobody left, but at least we'll get some of those. And then it just goes on. Upon my death, I'm sending the bleeding armor back in. You must take it, and Father, please, whatever you do, you can't. And then you just, all of a sudden, the Vicky's, it's time. 3, 2, 1. Bye, be,
Tyrese, I'm so proud of you. He wipes a tear away, and there's a toenail in it, and he flicks it.
How many rat children do you have? Because I thought your rat buddy's name was Tyrone, and you just said Tyrese. Do we need to have a talk?
Have you been cheating on Ash?
I may have forgotten his name and shouted the first title.
Now you have two rats.
No. Tyrese is his middle name.
Yeah.
That you only use
Tyrone's his last name.
privately between the two of you. Right? It's a sign of endearment.
I like the fact that he has 2 rat boys.
Okay, it is now canon. Tybar has 2 rat boys.
I can't believe you got a second rat and you didn't even tell me I wanted to pet the fluffy little guy. That I'm mad at you.
Maybe it would bite you too if you tried to pet it.
You know
Did you ever
what?
think about that?
You're not very good with animals, Ash. I'm sorry.
Animals can detect evil.
I'm not evil.
I apologize, lady, for my crewmates. They are not used to society.
Oh, that's right. We're arguing in front of this kid.
Anyways, can I have that?
Goblina's going to send a little telepathic message. We should take this deal and get out of here now.
She sends it and she gives it to you. So what I need you to do is I need you to get this person to the Absalon station.
No.
So you must absolutely get this person to the Absalon station. There's a threat coming, and I have very little information about it, but I've been getting pieces here and there. The person at the Absalon station will die unless you get this person to the hospital that's there. I'm putting a lot of money and resources and things like that into saving the person's life that's there. So I need you to get my associate William there. Like I said, it is absolutely paramount if we're going to save everyone. I don't have time to go into a lot of detail. I believe that message gets a little bit clearer. You'll find out. And I can also send you with some reports that you could read to get more information. But I think you're going to have to leave right away because people are trying to align to prevent this from happening.
Well, first thing, Joy, Captain.
Oh, now you're going to listen to her?
Leaving right away sounds like an excellent idea. We will go ahead and take this mission and take William with us.
Excellent.
Can we also get some upgrades to our ship as part of payment so that we can fly faster?
And Tybar is just going to lean in. We don't have time.
Not right now. Not necessarily right now, but if we're needed for future missions for the Sizer family. We're gonna risk our necks. We're gonna get something good out of it.
Are we just going to completely forget that the Lilith puppet person told us to not go to the Absalon station?
No, but Joy has a plan for that.
That's a later problem.
Yeah. The first problem is trying to get out of here as quickly as possible.
We can discuss that after we get out of this death.
We have someone who's willing to say bye-bye to us and get us out of the Zyder house right now.
And then Tybar will look at Valeria and be like, do I get the bleeding itch?
Oh, if it was up to me, I would give it to you. Unfortunately, it is really locked down right now. I think eventually I can find a way to get it to you because I think you're going to need, I think we're all going to need it. My people are trying to find a way to reverse engineer it. We started looking into the tapes and the other things because we noticed a lot of the materials and things like that are made out of alloys that we can't currently make. And then we tried to date the materials and things like that, and then we found out it wasn't from our time. It had temporal disturbances within its very material. There's a high presence of tachyons within its structure, and as they're dissipating and it's aligning to our time period, more and more systems are becoming accessible. The more and more the recording that you saw is able to be understood. As far as I can understand, we might need several of these things if we're going to survive what's coming.
Deal, cool. And Tybar's gonna start. Where's William? Let's go.
William comes in and he goes, "M'lady," and he's not a Drow. He's just a human, a little bit older, probably, in his late 50s. And he goes, "Oh, so you people are going to give me a ride to the Absalon station?"
Absolutely. Are you ready?
I am.
We promise you safe passage.
And Tybar goes and picks him up and starts walking away with him.
Listen, I can walk.
Not fast enough.
Don't you dare slap his bum.
That's only for you, Goblina. Don't worry.
Goblina turns bright red and looks away.
So you guys are heading back to the ship?
Yeah. Goblina is saying, "Oh gods, please forgive me for associating with this wicked android and this wicked cyborg, but my other friends are okay."
So Goblina, as we're walking, I'm gonna turn to you. I'm gonna say, I'm not a very good person, am I?
Goblina looks at you like, "I would have done anything to keep you safe, and you tried to get me to break my vow. The one thing that separates me from my tribe, the one thing that is good in my bloodline, and you tried to take that away from me? No wonder Cherry tried to bite. And then she takes out a peanut and goes, I was going to give you this peanut, but now I'm not gonna. And then she drops the peanut on the ground and flicks her green ears, walks away.
I was thinking maybe I needed
Man, you really screwed up the whole peanut flick, man.
your help.
Oh, you need my help? What with? What? I'm honor bound.
I admire you. You can, you have these things about you that your race, they think that all of your people do, and you don't. You have willpower, and I like to steal things. And you've somehow figured out how to not steal things and not be a chaotic minion of destruction. Maybe you could teach me to not be a minion of destruction.
Goblina takes your hands in hers, and her ears start to wiggle. She says, are you saying you want to join my church?
I mean, I would.
You could be an acolyte.
I don't know that Cherry the goddess
I could
likes
start
me.
the induction ceremony right now.
What have I gotten myself into? I just don't want to be a bad person, and I want you to like me.
I have a pamphlet. She takes out a pamphlet, and there's like a little place to put like a little thumbprint to join their religion. She's like, here. I can have you be an acolyte by the end of the day. We'll have to do the purification ceremony, and you'll have to forswear this, that. And she starts listing off like a whole bunch of stuff that you really like.
Please sell me the pamphlets all in green.
Crayon and like a couple like shells have been scotch tape like seashells have been there's a couple bits of macaroni that form like the happy face of the goddess. This pamphlet is clearly handmade.
Joy turns around and tells both of you we don't have time for this. Gotta move on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we came here to role play. I guess not.
I am role playing.
That was the best role play.
Why don't we talk about this later? And Ash is just gonna take the pamphlet. The macaroni noodle falls off.
William steps in to save you, but he does it really gently. Hey, I know you're busy. You need to fly the ship and concentrate on that. But Goblina, I am certainly interested. Why don't you come with me and let's get some hot chocolate and you can tell me about your religion. I would love to hear it. And I've been sort of looking for a little spirituality in my life anyway. So I think you might actually be able to talk me into it.
Yes. She starts jumping and clapping, but I can't drink the hot chocolate because I'm forsworn not to do anything that makes me feel good. Okay, well, you can have some water or something. Yes, water is acceptable. And she looks at Cherry, and Cherry goes, yes, the goddess says I may. So, hey, let's go to, you probably have some sort of a canteen area or... Yes, I painted it. But that's not a wall break because Goblina was cleaning earlier. So he goes with you, and he's so, he's ever so patient and kind, and he listens to every word, and he doesn't tune out. It's not like some people, they're like, whoa, what'd you say? He lets her recite all 13 scrolls. And he could recite them back, and he could ask, questions that shows that he was actually comprehending it. Goblina is having the best day of her month. Benny comes in eating an apple. Hey, what's going on? You guys out of debt and all that, so nobody's gonna come kill you and stuff, or we in trouble again? Oh, we're in trouble again, Benny. Oh, I would have figured we were in trouble. All right, who's trying to kill us? Do I have to man the guns? I gotta put something back together. What do you need? You need fake passports? What do you want? Fake passports would be great. We gotta get off this planet, and we gotta disguise ourselves for the next 8 months or more. Whoa, that's all right. Well, I know this guy, right? We can get the absolute best passports, right? And he's got really good liquor. It's not watered down. We can stay at his club for a while. We'll put this in the hangar or whatever. He's got this RV, port, and we'll just park it there. Well, unfortunately, we have a package to deliver to Absalon Station. All right, we'll stop by a FedEx or something. It's cool. I can even I'll put it in my cab. We'll run it there so people don't
don't see your wanted faces. You know how it is. I got you. I'll take care of this.
This is live goods we're delivering.
Well, all right, like a cow or something. Like what are we doing?
Like a person, Benny.
Oh.
I don't feel right about this person either. I think you should go, I don't know, see if you can investigate said person. Discreetly, please.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Does Benny know discretion?
He's really good at getting information out of people.
Like, are you asking if he knows what the word means or the concept?
I am so discreet. Ma'am, what are you talking about? Look at all that undercover work that I did for you, man. I was spot on. I was throwing up, was coming out both ends or whatever, and everyone thought, oh man, he's just like a technician who sucked in some of the nasty gas and whatever and got sick.
I apologize, Benny. I didn't mean to insult you.
I'm smooth. I'm just saying. You know, I get in there and I start talking to people and whatever, and man, they chatted up with Benny. I got this.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Will you uncover William's secret?
Oh, that's what his name, William?
William.
Kind of an odd name for these days and times. Kind of a throwback to the past, wouldn't you say? Well, nevertheless, where is this person? You got him in like a brig or something, or?
No, we all have a new crew member, Goblina.
Got another one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
She's currently trying to convert him.
Do I gotta look at an updated roster or something? Like how many people we got here?
Yeah, that might help you actually.
And make sure to give Vicky needs to give Goblina full access to all ship systems.
Except for flying.
All ship systems.
I'll come for you.
Tybar will look at Joy and be like, maybe you should go along with him.
Oh, I will.
You're good at interpersonal stuff, right? Last time I tried to have a heart-to-heart with somebody, I got poisoned, so.
My favorite is when you're called on to do like hacking.
Yeah, those are pretty
I
good.
end up doing stuff that Tybar's not built to do.
By the way, you should put like one level in like computers just for the experience. Like,
Just I put 3 just to make the difference.
Yeah. No, just to express the amount of experience he got by pushing those buttons.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
I'll allow it. Yeah, put in one just because I put you in a bunch of situations.
He's got some experience now.
Actually, I can take one away from here. I was gonna put it in there anyways.
Okay, well, I rolled a 26 to loop-de-loopy, flippy-floppy us out of here.
In an Evilman turn.
So you guys are taking off and flying away. Then Vicky gets on and goes, I have bad news.
Of course you do.
The bodies have been discovered, and they are searching the grounds, and they have hailed us, and they're demanding that we return to the planet.
I think we should do it.
Nope.
We just say they're static, they're the cutting out, we couldn't quite hear them.
Do it.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to hear you do it, Carrie.
Yeah, do it.
I'm sweet.
Bye. Where's the tinfoil?
Click.
Quick, fly faster!
Oh, you know what we should do? We should rip out the transponder and throw it out an airlock so that they follow in, then go this way.
That was an 18. I didn't fly much faster. Sorry, guys.
Captain, that's a serious suggestion.
Yeah, I would actually see if I can accomplish that. I got a 26.
Ooh.
Okay, you can start working on that while you're in the process of Benny will actually come up and start, helping you out, with that.
I bet he's good at that.
He attaches it to a barrel and they put some thrusters on it from one of the jet packs from the spacesuits. And so when you put it on, it actually thrusts away, so it's actually moving. It's like, yeah, if it's just sitting there, whatever, they're gonna think that's like weird or whatever. So we tied it to all these barrels, so there's like some metal and stuff like that. And I threw on all these other like electronics just to emit some signals or whatever. Like, by the way, we don't have a microwave anymore, but that's okay. It's
Just
making
whatever you do not attach it to a crate. Chanterelle will get furious.
No, I'm only mad because you lost my crate.
No, Goblina did.
Who's this you? I joined the party last session.
That character's dead.
Good.
There's so much slayed in this episode.
What you deserve.
Gosh.
Because of the crate.
Someone,
Nick died
can
because
someone
of the
find the
crate.
thermostat? It's cold in here.
So Vicky reports, they are launching warships from the planet. They will eventually overtake us. We cannot outrun them with a conventional drive. They have state-of-the-art systems.
I guess it's time to do the timey-wimey, weebly wobbly, schmoobly bloobly stuff.
Maybe that's how we get Tyrese.
I bet that's totally how we get Tyrese. Every time we go somewhere new, Tybar is just picking up another rat.
We're gonna do the blink drive. Let me bless it first. I have some holy oils and stuff.
Unfortunately, we'll not be able to use the blink drive right at this moment. Your father's been working on it because using it improperly aligned the way it was, it has been taking damage. He has it currently apart and he's trying to modify it, understand how it works. It's going to take him longer to put it back together than we have before we're intercepted.
Okay, suggestion. We threw out the transponder. What if we go cold? Cut all the power and just drift so that our signal goes down to almost nothing and hope that they go after the transponder instead. We can't get away, so our best bet.
Like Reavers, where we just drift by the Reavers.
Yeah, no, I'm totally channeling Firefly this episode.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, Vicky.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. That's a cool idea.
Ooh. Gather everybody together. I can cast life bubble and create a little pressurized place for us to breathe and be warm. Yeah. I can make a bubble.
Well, it needs to be where I can still fly, though.
Yeah, that's
Okay, we'll just do it on the bridge.
So everyone to the bridge is
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
The ship can get cold and the life support systems can turn off and my bubble can keep us alive for hours.
I would suggest you aim me at the asteroid belt that's around that large gas giant ahead.
Okay.
So we'll let the momentum carry me forward and hopefully we don't impact something large enough that'll rupture my hull.
No, you have to give it to her in the proper terminology. Flibbity flabbity. Go wick wick wick.
I don't speak click. I speak.
That she understands.
Okay, I can do that. 25. Did I do it?
Yes.
Speed though.
Hey, if you're gonna refuse to use the proper terminology, this is what's gonna happen.
True.
Vicky, don't worry, your hull's withstood a lot more than those asteroids ahead.
Yeah, I think we'll be. Okay.
We shall see. I certainly hope so, but I don't see any other course of action at the moment. I was reviewing the tapes where whoever was controlling Lilith was talking to you, and they said that you have comms that you could talk to her to have them draw attention away from yourself or give yourself information. Perhaps we could reach out and maybe she could set up some sort of a false call that would lead them away.
I love that. Maybe
In the same direction as the transponder.
Yes, in the same direction as the transponder, and then we could hide in the asteroid belt as long as we could.
Let's do that.
And then when we drift around to the other side of the gas giant, then we could start proceeding again, because keep the gas giant in between us and the Drow. Therefore, they couldn't get a direct line of sight to scan us.
I also vote that that Joy is our main contact with Lilith. I don't want to talk to her. She scares me.
I ain't talking to her.
Yeah, you're done.
That's fine. As acting captain, I think that I can take on.
You're not acting, Kevin. You're captain.
Hey, I just made it so we can save your dad.
I know, and I'm very grateful.
And you-
Sorry
and
you had to
You
puke
legit owe
your
him
own
an
vomit.
apology for the lightning thing. That was a pretty smart move on his part. For sure.
Yeah, that was very cool.
You called him
Something Tybar would have done, and I thought it might have helped.
Yeah, but
you called him an idiot.
I probably calling him an idiot all the time.
That's not an apology.
I know, but it's probably the truth.
It's not
So let
happening.
me know when I get to summon the bubble.
Oh yeah, 1 second. You're gonna.
I want to get on the comm for Lilith and say, "Hey, pseudo Lilith."
I prefer just Lilith. I don't know, pseudo Lilith. It just whatever. Did you get yourself in trouble already?
You got us in trouble because we took the blame for your killings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was you.
All right. Well, what's going on?
Warships are coming towards us. Can you do that distraction you promised us?
Hold on. Oh yeah, they're right on their heels. All right.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I like this bad guy.
One moment. I'm sending in a message here. No, all right. I'm having some of my people say that they've just spotted you, and that they believe what they're following is just a decoy, and they're. Oh, there's another. Did you set up a decoy? Oh, that's brilliant. Good. All right. So I'm gonna have them chase that, and my people are gonna say that they saw them in that area. That should give you some time to get away. Okay, it's in place.
Thank you, Lilith.
You're welcome. You're my #1 employee.
I believe that. Joy out.
You should keep calling her pseudo Lilith because it pisses her off.
Goblina?
Miss Joy, do you always work for bad people?
My resume would say yes, but that's never my intent.
Good. Yes, Captain.
Can you summon that life bubble for us now?
Absolutely. She takes Cherry and puts her in front of her, and she holds out her hands and goes, "Oh Goddess, protect us from the chill of night, protect us from the evil that surrounds us." And this golden sphere starts going up around you guys. However, as the sphere comes up, you find yourself pushed just outside the sphere. And Goblina looks up and notices, and then goes, "Do you still have the earrings?
Yes.
You must divest yourself of all sin before the goddess will accept you."
Why?
Really quick, not as Tybar, but somebody that was smarter than me should remember that her dad's body might need to be in the bubble as well.
Oh, okay, he's there too. All she's asking.
She takes off one and puts it in her pocket.
and you feel less resistance to the bubble.
They weren't my style anyway.
Goblina says, "Welcome, acolyte, to the Church of the Divine Light," and the bubble, it wraps itself around you too.
I didn't sign anything yet, or fingerprint or whatever.
Your heart has joined, and that's all that really matters. She completes the spell and creates the life bubble.
Vicky tells you when you go to bring the father's body that he'll be fine. He's in a stasis pod, and stasis pod can sustain him.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's where we're going to end for tonight. You guys are adrift in an asteroid belt trying to avoid detection. One by one, you see the various different lights flicker off. You can, like the neon lights, you ever see them go dink, dink, and then they fade off, and the different monitors start powering down. And Vicky tells you that you'll have to manually turn her back on when it's time. So you see Vicky's screen goes off. You hear the hum of the engines just power down and stop. The power generators wind down. The air ventilation system, all of a sudden the little strings that are on it that are fluttering, all of a sudden just fall limp, and the air starts immediately feeling a little cold and stale. And as the artificial gravity starts to give way, you feel yourself starts to float and lean, and what was down seems to be maybe more, at a corner, and all light goes dark. But then all of a sudden the stars, where normally there was light pollution you couldn't see before, just so bright, and then you see a massive gas giant come up from the bottom of the window and fill the entire screen. As you can see it, and the swirls of gas as the giant storms rage on the planet is mesmerizingly beautiful, and you feel so close to divine and so lucky, like everything is so perfect. BAM! And you get slammed into by a giant asteroid, and all of a sudden there's bits and pieces of things are heading to the side of the ship and sticking to it as the air is leaking out, and another one slams into another door, and you see the bulkhead buckle, and another. Until next time, adventurers.